A legend began centuries ago, a legend of love. The love of emperors, the love of commoners, the love of laborers for their toil, of craftsmen for their craft, of sculptors for their stone. An unending love that transcends time and space, that passes on through generations, lives on in tradition, in culture and in art. A love that creates something so perfect, so timeless, a masterpiece that only love can create. This ancient land speaks of such a love that began centuries ago but lives on today. Our story begins here, in a place called Makrana. Makrana is the land of marble quarries and mines. Some of these mines are centuries old, today going down to 300 feet in depth. For more than 500 years, these mines have produced the finest marble on earth. And 3.5 centuries ago, these very mines of Makrana produced the marble to build the Taj Mahal. In Makrana, marble mining is a tradition and a way of life. All the miners here are from traditional mining families from and around Makrana itself. The mining process begins with blasting of marble bedrock. Once broken through, marble is quarried and cut out of the ground. Piece by piece, these massive marble blocks are raised by mechanized cranes. The 300-foot journey to the surface is carefully planned by the experienced team of miners. The rock is then loaded onto trucks and transported out of the mine. Machines now do what traditional miners would do by hand, but in essence, nothing has changed since the time of the Taj. From the hand-driven cranks that pulled up each marble block, inch by inch, to today's massive diesel-powered cranes, from camel carts for transport to tractors and trucks, the spirit of the mine and the miners remains unchanged. The raw blocks are then prepared in a process called dressing. Each block is chiseled by hand, chipping away meticulously at the brown outer layer to expose the pure white marble surface below. The blocks are then hand-cut using a traditional marble cutter, a painstaking process requiring several days to cut just a single stone. The walls of the Taj were built of this very Makrana marble. The remarkable inherent properties of this marble truly symbolize purity and love. It is translucent, glimmering, and delicate in appearance, but stands strong and impervious to rain and sun. Its color remains unchanged for centuries, hence it appears ageless and timeless as love itself. The choice of emperors, Makrana is the perfect stone for artisans and craftsmen. Singularly beautiful, the pure white Makrana marble is unmatched in its perfection. From here on begins the process of transformation. The marble is about to take shape. The sliced marble now passes through the practiced hands of local traditional marble craftsmen. Marble carving is a family tradition. For centuries, these skills have been passed on from father to son. Such workshops have existed here since the time of the Taj. Masters are created in every aspect of the traditional sculpting process, from the cutting and shaping of rough marble to designing of templates and of intricate geometrics, and finally, the sculpting of figures and abstracts. Many of these carvers are descendants of the original artisans who sculpted the ornate grilles and walls of the Taj. Their inherent skills perfected with years of practice and dedication. From elaborate figurines and stately fountains to ornate carvings and statues, these skilled hands use the same centuries-old traditional techniques. The artistic traditions from the days of the Taj are kept alive, unchanged to this day. And finally, our story leads us here, our destination, to witness the ancient traditional art of stone inlay. In these traditional karkhanas or workshops, the art of marble inlay or parchinkari has been perfected. Introduced to India in the 17th century by the Mughals, it was used extensively in the decoration of the Taj. This is a highly skilled art form, with techniques having remained largely unchanged through the ages. Even today, traditional devices like the age-old cutting bow are used to hand-cut the stone. These delicate hand-drawn motifs and florals in traditional Mughal style are reminiscent of the Taj. Any such artwork may contain thousands of stones precisely cut and shaped, taking months, even years to complete. The master artist hand draws the primary designs on paper, which is then traced onto the marble. Accordingly, a precise groove is chiseled into the marble skin. A scheme of semi-precious stones is then selected according to color, luster, and appearance. Stones like lapis lazuli, malachite, jasper, turquoise, and coral from countries like South Africa, Italy, Afghanistan, and Egypt. These are genuine semi-precious stones used in marble inlay, the same assortment of stones that were used in embellishing the Taj. Stones are individually shaped using a traditional hand-driven emery wheel shaper in a process known as ghasai. This is a delicate skill which takes decades to master. Each stone is ground into exacting ornate shapes. They are filled into precise grooves known as bharai. Training of such skills must begin early, passed on from father to son, from master to pupil. Learning the skill is an invaluable education in artistry. This is what keeps the Taj alive to this day. And this is the reward, the treasure, refined by centuries of practice and tradition. A marble masterpiece, a gift unearthed by brave miners from deep within the earth, shaped by skilled carvers who've brought the stone to life and inlaid with jewels by artisans who spent lifetimes perfecting their delicate art. Within every marble masterpiece lies a perfect reflection of the ageless Taj Mahal. It is priceless. It is timeless. The very heart of perfection.